Hi guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a March BoxyCharm review and a demo using all of the products from the box. And then I'm also going to be doing a April, even though April's almost over, BoxyCharm unboxing. I was actually out of town when I got my box and then was busy and I have not opened it. So I'm going to open it on camera, do a real unboxing and first impressions of that. So if you want to see all that, then keep on watching. So here is my March box. I kind of forgot what month it is since April is now almost over. So this was the vacation box. I'm sure you've seen this literally all over the place. So we'll kind of start. This is the products that I got in here. We'll just start with the first product that I would use. So this was the South Main 3 Gel Eye Packs. They're supposed to reduce puffiness, reduce dark circles, and moisturize the eye area. So I have actually used all 3 of these, and I really liked them. So I get extremely dry skin, especially right here under my eyes, kind of around my face too, but like especially under my eyes. It looks like the skin is just dry, patchy. It's flaky. It's really bad. So I use these. It says use them for 3 days in a row. I didn't do that because there's only 3 in there. I actually used 2 days in a row, and it worked. Like, they worked really well. So I don't think these are one of the more expensive things. It says the South Main Beauty under eye gels. They recommend a cost of $10 for these guys, and I think it was totally worth it. This is going in my like empties drawer. I want to get more. Whether or not I get this brand, but these seem to work really well. I liked them. They applied pretty easily. I mean, kind of if you're just sitting, they work well, and you can just like have them on your face for like 30 minutes. If you're kind of like rushing around doing other stuff, they tend to like sag down, but I think any like gel pack would do that. But they really worked. They took care of like the super crusty, dry flakiness that I had going on under my eyes in like literally 2 nights in a row. So these were definitely a hit for me. I loved these guys. The next items in the box kind of go together because I use them together. So we had the BoxyCharm X Pure palette, and then we also had these were the Vintage Cosmetics Smoky Eye Brush Trio. So these came with 3 brushes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, these are super dirty. I cleaned them, and then I used them again today to do my eyeshadow. So I started out with this one. They're kind of numbered. They're cute. They're like 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Well, it says shadow. And then step 3, go girl go. It's cute. They're cute. They're cute. So it's kind of one that's like a little angled brush. And then we got like a flat packing brush. And then another like smaller flat smudger. Yeah, I don't love these. So I used them, washed them to see how they would do. They held up when I washed them pretty well. They were super stiff though today when I started to try to put on my shadow after having washed them and dried them. They were so stiff, which was kind of like what happened the first time I ever used them. Also, I just don't understand, like, you have like a flat packing brush and then like another smaller flat packing brush, like why? And when in my normal eyeshadow, oops, I dropped one. I never use like an angled brush like this. Like, I don't know. I don't know how people use this. I don't use it. Like, I think what would be more useful would be to have like, if you want to put this in, fine. Put in like the flat packing brush, fine. And then put in like a blending brush. Like, I don't know why like sets don't have blending brushes. I just don't get it. But anyways, these I used. I don't love them. I think they're really like, they don't feel soft on the eye. They're really dense. This I didn't feel like distributed the color really well. I mean, it was kind of good for getting right up there like on the brow bone and sort of smoking out some of the like oranger shade, but I just didn't think they were great. So I did use these when I tried to do my eye look. They're not great. They're whatever. And so then I used this palette and it looks like this on the inside. It's quite dirty, as you can see. I have tried this a number of times throughout the month to really try to give it a fair shot and see what happened. The first time I used it, I just was like, what is this? There's just nothing, like nothing happening. There's not very many matte shades. I guess these first 3 are matte, the brown is matte, the purple is matte, and then this black is matte, sort of. It has kind of like a goldy sparkle in the black, but it doesn't show up. It's not like a foiled shadow. So first of all, these first 3, where is the pigment? I don't know. So I started out, I'll kind of talk you how I did this eye look. So I started out and I used this first shade, it's called Perfect. I just used that and I just put it all over my eyelid to kind of set down the concealer that I used as my eyeshadow primer. And then I went in with the next 2 shades. This one's it's Nakey, which is kind of an orangey peachy color, and then Belle, which is kind of a peachy pink color. I took both of those on one of the brushes that I got with the palette and really just kind of worked that into the crease, kind of up, and I took it over my brow bone since I have slightly hooded eyes to really get some of the color and get some of that warmth up there. These colors are fine. Like, they're fine. You really have to build them up, though, I feel like is what I have found when working with them. It's like you have to just keep like working and working and working and take more color on the brush and work it in, and take more color on the brush and work it in, and in order to get really any kind of pigment out of it. Some of these colors really remind me. This is the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte palette, which is one of my favorite palettes. I adore this palette. But they really remind me, like, Nakey kind of reminds me of this one, which is Just Peachy. The Peaches and Cream kind of reminds me of, what's that one called? Belle, which is the more pinky color. Well, Just Peachy. Peach Cobbler is like a little bit of a darker version, I think, of Nakey. But like these are very similar. There's similar tones in these colors as those two, and I just like the ones in the Pure palette. The color wasn't really there. Like you could get it, but you really had to like blend it in, and then using the super hard vintage brushes that came in the set, it hurt. It hurt my eye trying to blend it into something. So after I used those and kind of got up a good color, I then took this kind of purpley shade. It's called BFF. I really, really like this shade. I think it's pretty. I think it's beautiful. I think it is the best shade in the palette, hands down. Like, it's the best shade in the whole palette. I think it's great. It's so pretty. It blends pretty well. Again, you kind of have to build it up a little bit to get some of the color or the intensity, but I think it actually performs really nicely. I mean, they all perform sort of. Well, the mattes all perform. Let's stay there. The mattes all perform really well. I think this one works well, and it's pretty. I love the purple, but again, it kind of reminds me. This is the Dominic Cosmetics Latte palette. It really reminds me of this purple here. This is the color Double Shot. This palette is filthy. It's so dirty. I have been using it nonstop since I got it about a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. I love this palette. I think it's awesome. And it really reminds me of that purple. I think that one might be a little bit more pigmented in the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette, but this one's a pretty good facsimile. It's a good dupe. And I like it. It does perform. It performs pretty well. So then after I put the purple all through, I really focused on the outer corner, but then kind of worked it up through the crease a little bit. I then took this like dark brown color, which is in the shade Duet, and on just a really, really pointed brush, I just packed that right onto the outer corner to really deepen things up and smoke it out a little bit. And this brown is so powdery, like it's just, you dip into it and just you have to like make sure you like tap off your brush to get the extra powder off, because it just like it fluffs everywhere. And I don't think it's super pigmented for as much like shadow as you're getting on your brush. It just doesn't really translate. Again, if you build it up, I think I actually did a pretty good job. I mean, you can kind of, I think I did a pretty good job building it up. I like how it looks once I got it on there, but it took a really long time to just get it there. So after that, I went in to some of the shimmer shades, the foiled shades. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matte shades in the palette, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmer shades in the palette. You have to, and I cannot stress this enough, with this palette, you have to use a glitter glue. So the first time I used the palette, I just kind of went in and tried the shadows on their own. The shimmer shadows, it literally was nothing. Like they kind of they flaked all everywhere, and then I wore it, and then a few hours, not even like a full day, a few hours later, there was nothing left. They had disappeared. So then the next time I tried the palette, I tried taking this kind of like the really blue color that sticks out and is just gorgeous. It's called MIA, this guy, which is beautiful. I tried taking that. I wet my brush with a little Fix Plus, and the same thing. Like it goes on so much better when you use Fix Plus, but it doesn't last. It just doesn't last throughout the day. And so the next time I used the palette, I then tried, I was like, okay, let me try it. I'm going to do a little bit better. And so I did a cut crease, and I was like, okay, I'm going to put the concealer on, and then I'm going to go straight in with the shimmery shadow. It was nothing. I gave up, and I ended up using the little Cover Reflex like glitter drops that are glitter thing that came in I think the February BoxyCharm. Because it was nothing. Like I had done a cut crease and like really packed the shadow on, and nothing happened. It was nothing. But with the glitter glue, they work, and I think they look really good, and they last a pretty long time. But it has to have a glitter glue. Like you just have to. So with my look, I then went in with this kind of like taupey, goldy bronze color. It's called Alliance, and I tapped that all over the lid. Well, not all the lid, kind of the inner portion of the lid until about the midway point. And then I went with this kind of purpley color called ATL, Atlanta maybe, ATL, I don't know, it's pure like based in Atlanta. Oh yeah, it is. I just looked on the back. Yeah, it's based in Atlanta. So ATL, that's a it's a really pretty color, and I think it complements the purple in the palette really well. And so then I kind of worked that on like the center to like the outer corner of the eye, and blended that in with the smoky that I have going on the outer corner. So it looks really pretty. It lasts well, but you just have to use a glitter glue. So then after I did that, I went in with the black, which was called Boxy Black, and I used that as my shadow liner, and I use it with like a very flat definer brush, and I just packed that right on the lash line on both the top and the bottom. And then to finish everything out, I took the color Charmer, which is kind of a lighter champagne-y color, and just packed that right on the inner corner. Again, this one, because I started out using it dry, because I guess I didn't learn my lesson, and it just kind of flaked all over and didn't really get the color. So then I wet my brush with some setting spray. I used a little Fix Plus, and then went in wet. That seemed to do better. This final look that I have, I actually went in with another highlighter to kind of tie it all together that I put on my brow bone, because I was like, I'm not putting this like flaky color on my brow bone highlight, and kind of added that on top of Charmer. But overall, I think the eye makeup turned out well, but I don't think it would be good for someone who like doesn't know what they're doing with makeup, to be completely honest. I mean, yeah, it's not super pigmented, so you wouldn't really get in trouble if you're a novice, but to really get it to perform like I think it should, you kind of have to know what you're doing, and like just keep trying and like try these different tricks, and it just doesn't, it's not great. And it's really funny. So this, they actually say, is supposed to be, where is it? The eyeshadow palette, $36. $36 for this. Like I would never, no, I would never. If this was like $16, I'd be like, yeah, it's good. I can make pretty looks. You have to really work at it, but I can make pretty looks for like $16, but $36? No way. And now I was actually just on Ulta, and it looks like you can buy it on Ulta. And I was reading some of the reviews. It has a 3-star rating, which actually sounds pretty accurate. And yeah, there's a lot of like 1 stars. Like someone said it was trash. I wouldn't say it's trash. It's not the best, but you can do some pretty looks. You just have to know how to work with it. Someone said it's a beautiful disaster. Muddy. Someone said disappointed. Yeah, I was just disappointed. I would say that that's about right. I'd give it a 3. Like a 3-star. Like I was disappointed. It's not great. It's not terrible. but not worth $36 at all. And then the brushes, they say these guys, these are $23.15. Oh, because it's British pounds. They're yeah. Okay. I was like, $23.15. That's such a weird thing. Not worth $23.15. These brushes are hard. They are tough. They don't blend well. And like the set, they're cute, but like I just don't understand like the makeup of the set. So no. These two, I'll take them or leave them. They came in the box. I don't love them. Okay, and then I went on and did my lashes, and I used the Butter London. This is the Double Decker Lashes Mascara. This stuff is awesome. I love it. I think this is my new favorite mascara. It's definitely replaced my Lash Paradise, which I was using like every day. When I did get it though, the sad thing, I got it and I pulled it out the very first time. The brush head was like totally bent, like at like almost a right angle. It was really, really bent. But I love the brush. I think it's nice and big. I mean, I straightened it up and it seems to work well, but I really love the formula. I love the brush. The brush is really big. I can use it on my lower lash lines. I have to be really, really careful on my lower lash lines because it's a larger brush. I still will go in with like a more lengthening mascara on my lower lash line and then put this on the top. But this is my new favorite mascara. I think it's fantastic. And they say this one, it is $20 for the Double Decker Lashes Mascara, which I think for a higher end brand like Butter London, I think that's a pretty good price. I mean, it's less than some of the others. And so then the final thing that was in the March box was a Pretty Vulgar blush. I got the color 111 and it's Prim Vixen. So this is the really bright pink version. I kind of saw some of the spoilers online. They also had like a more dusty rose, which before I got the box, I was like, I want that one. Because you know me, I love like a rosy kind of blush, but actually I like this. I really, really, really like this. I think it's pretty, and I think when I've worn it with the eyeshadow palette, kind of the warmer tones, I think it works well. So this looks nice. It doesn't come off too bright because I was so scared the first time I was going to use it that I would just have like super pink, like Barbie cheeks or something. But no, it actually, you can build up the color really nicely. I think it wears pretty nicely throughout the day. I mean, it's not a super long wearing blush, but I think it wears down nicely. It doesn't get patchy. Yeah, it's pretty. I like it. And they say this blush is $26. So I think it's a pretty good deal. So overall, there were 3 things in this box that I really, really liked. I loved the blush, I loved the mascara, and I loved the eye patches. So among the 3 of those, it's $26 for the blush, $10 for the eye gels, and $20 for the mascara. So that's $46 plus 10, so $56 for these 3 guys. So I'm on the 3-day or the 3-month renewal plan. Oh, I guess I should do a disclaimer. I didn't do that. I don't get BoxyCharm sent to me. I pay for it myself. I'm on the 3-month subscription plan, so this is my own money. So for these 3 in the box, I think it was a pretty good deal. So I pay like $19. These are worth $56. So we calculated. I think it's worth it. And then you add this in kind of for free. I think it's a good box. Like I said, not the greatest, but you can make it work. So for these 4 kind of items, I think it's pretty good. All right. So now I'm going to move on to the April box, which I have not opened. I don't know why I did that. That was a little bit scary. So brand new. You can see I am cutting it. Oh, geez. Okay, there we go. I was like, if I failed at this on camera. So I'm cutting it open right now. I'm really nervous. I'm really, really nervous. I don't want the Tarte highlight, like the highlighter. I don't want it. I don't. Great. I got the Tarte highlighter. I don't want it. It's not very good. It just takes your foundation off. Okay, whatever. So, oh, they have a new card. So this is the eye candy box. Shows you what you got. So I got the Tarte Pro Glow. I don't like this. I'll give it another shot. I know I don't like it. It takes your foundation off if you use it in front of on top of your foundation. If you use it under your foundation, I don't think it's like pigmented enough to really show up. So I got the color Sparkler. So let's see. Oh, this is a little bit darker than I think the one that I had gotten before. So I'll give it a try. It looks kind of pretty. I really want the MAC lipstick though. Oh well, okay, well, we'll give this a try. They say this retails for $29. I'm gonna pay $29 for this, but whatever. Okay, but I got it. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna give it another shot. And then I got the ColourPop palette. Oh, I got the Golden State of Mind. Again, it's not the one I really wanted, but at least I think it's good. There was one that I already had, so I was glad that I didn't get that one. I don't remember what they all were. I really kind of wanted to try that one, the Take Me, no, You Had Me at Hello. You Had Me at Hello. Because I wanted to like peel the label off and see if it really was like the Kathleen Weiss palette. I wanted to do an investigation. I wanted to join. So I got the Golden State of Mind palette, and this one is all shimmer shades. I don't know. The ColourPop shimmers are fine. I just like I don't feel like I get a good use out of like an all shimmer shade palette. But there's some like pretty colors. There's some really light colors. It might be good. I did like a little swatchy. Well, we'll see. This one they say it retails for $26. Oh, that's more than some of the other ColourPop palettes. And it's big. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3. So it's 15 pans of eyeshadows. Yeah. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll give this guy a try. We'll see how it is. And then we got the Dr. Brandt Pore Purifying Mask. I really like Dr. Brandt products. I've gotten some more in BoxyCharms before, so I'm really excited. I love doing masks. I try to do a couple masks every weekend, so I'm really excited about that. This one, ooh, $47. Nice, that's a good deal. And if it's good, this could like make the whole box worth it. And then let's see here. Then I got this. This is the Brow Gal Instant Brown Hair Tinted Brow Gel with Microfibers. Okay. This they say is worth $22. So this box is like actually pretty pricey. Usually there's a couple things in there that are like in the $10 to $15, $18 range, but this is $22. And I got brown. So I got the Brown Hair 02. And I actually really like using brow gels, like slightly tinted to clear brow gels rather than using like pencils to fill in my brows, because I don't really like a super harsh brow. So I'm excited to give this a try. It might be good. And then the last thing we got is the Edesi New York High Definition Liquid Lipstick. This they say retails, oh, it's taped. What is it? $24. 24. Okay, be careful. Be careful. Don't do this at home, kids. $24. Let's see what color. Oh, this is kind of pretty. This is really pretty. I already have lipstick on, so I'm gonna try it right now. But oh, it's one of the like flat panels. Or paddles? Can you see that? It's one of these guys. It's kind of cool. Oh, it smells like slightly vanilla, but like spicier, like maybe like anise. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put it on. It's like the same color. Oh, great. Doesn't taste very good. It's like almost the same color as what I'm wearing, so that's good. I'm wearing Mont Blanc, the Kylie actual like lipsticks, not the liquid lipsticks, but the actual lipstick. Yeah, that's pretty. I'll do a swatcheroo on the back of the hand. Wait, okay. Wait, let me swatch it. I'm going to swatch on the other hand because I put highlighter all over this. So let's see how good I am at swatching with my left. Ooh, not good at all. Nope, I am not good at swatching, with my left hand. Oh, this is kind of sticky. It's really sticky, but okay, but it builds up nicely. So here's the swatch. It looks pretty. It looks really pretty, and like I said, $24. So I am excited. I'm going to give everything in this box another chance, and then I will be back in next month. So thanks so much for watching. I'd love to know what everyone got. Do you guys get BoxyCharm? Like, do you think it's a good deal? I kind of was very skeptical with the whole like subscription box kind of thing, but I've been enjoying. I've been getting it for maybe about 5-6 months or something, but I've been really enjoying my BoxyCharms that I've gotten. I only had one that was kind of like a dud. I think that was the February one. But other than that, I've really enjoyed everything that I've tried from them. I got to try some new products. I got some new things that I absolutely love from BoxyCharm. So I am excited to see what happens with this month's box. All right. Love y'all. Bye.